Hi, this is Shannon. I hope you are doing well and getting excited for a new homeschool year starting soon with cycle 2 if you are doing classical homeschooling and following the 3 cycles. I wanted to jump on and share just how our family goes about learning the memory work throughout the week at home. And I just want to share some tips and resources we use, so I hope it is helpful. If you are new to my channel, I am a homeschooling mom of 3 little kids, 6, 4, and 2, and we do classical homeschooling and love it. I also get to tutor during our homeschool group, and so if you are tutoring or just interested to see some fun ways we practice the memory work, I will link that video below. Also, make sure to stick around to the end of this video because I am so excited to share. I have this finally available, this Cycle 2 Memory Work Activity Book. It has an activity for every subject for all of the 24 weeks of Cycle 2. So I'm just so excited to finally have this available. I hope it blesses your family. I have this both in digital and physical form in my shop, so I will show you more of it and just explain more where to get it at the end of my video. The first thing that's really helped us with memory work at home is focusing on a different subject each day. Now we might end up, listening to some of the songs in the car and stuff like that. That's great, but I have a subject focus in mind each day, so I kind of know what we're going to for sure go over, and if we go over extra, that's great. So Mondays, we usually do geography. I like to dive a little bit deeper into geography. I'll explain more in a second. Wednesdays, we focus on history. Thursdays, we focus on science, and Fridays, we focus on everything else. So the math, English, Latin. So it just really helps me to have a subject to focus on each day of the week. For the next thing, I'm so excited to have this now because before I would go try to find different things that related to the memory work for a particular subject for that week. And now this, what we will do is just flip to, for example, geography for the first week. I have a little activity here. We will flip to that page. And they are quick. This one has 2 pages, but they're activities that won't take the kids a whole lot of time because I don't want my kids just sitting doing worksheets, but I want them to have a fun, simple activity just to help them remember what the memory work is. So again, this is geography. It has a back page as well for that. Most of them are just 1 page, but so they will do that and we will sing a song if we're learning a song to go along with it. Also for geography, I really love using these placemats from Classical Conversations. So these are the Cycle 2 ones. There is a black and white one and a colored one, and then it has a world map on the back. So we will just look for whatever locations we are learning about that week and find them on our placemat. And that's how we would do geography. Or history, again, we would find our history page in our Cycle 2 activity book. So history for week 1 would be tell me about Charlemagne. We would do that and sing the song, and there you go. So like I said before, you can now get this book from my shop. I'm really excited to finally have it available. It's available both in digital and physical form, so I will link below where you can get it if you want to. The next thing I love to do for the memory work is just sing songs. So Classical Conversations already has songs for history that are awesome, for Latin, for math. So I have those songs on my computer and on my phone so we can play them in the car when we're driving places. That is just a great way to review it. If you don't have time to do anything else and you want to do the memory work and you have to go somewhere, just connect your phone to your car so you can listen to it, or if you have a CD player in your car, I don't know if they still have the CDs with the songs, but anyway, you can play them in your car. Also, one thing I do is I make a playlist for each week on my computer. So I put the Classical Conversation songs that are relevant on that playlist, and then I also make up songs for like geography, science, and English, and then I record myself singing and put those songs in iTunes so I can make a full playlist. Then when I'm cleaning up breakfast and my kids are, coloring or doing some activity, I can play those songs through and they're just hearing them. So it's just a really easy way to have them hear the memory work more. So songs are awesome, and I will link below. I have songs for all 24 weeks of Cycle 2 for the subjects that Classical Conversations doesn't already have songs for. So be sure to check those out, whether you're a tutor or just wanting fun ways for the kids to learn the memory work at home. I also like to do some kind of craft during the week. Some weeks that doesn't happen, some weeks we can, it just depends on time. I usually do it with history or science, just some simple, fun little crafty thing that my kids can do that, like for week 1, that has to do with Charlemagne, maybe a crown because he's an emperor, or for science, since we're learning about what God created each day, I might have some little activity related to that. So again, I don't always do that, but it is fun to have something, at least one crafty thing each week. I like to have the goal of playing at least one game with my kids relating to the memory work each week. So for week 1, it will be this game. If you watch my tutor video, I will talk about this as well. This is a Ticket to Ride style game, and it helps the kids review the continents and oceans. And I have these trekking cards. If you play Ticket to Ride, you kind of probably know what I'm talking about, but the kids get some cards and have to collect enough colors to cover a route between 2 continents. And then I also have these ticket cards, so a ticket from one continent to the other. So if you play Ticket to Ride, it's very similar. If you haven't, I have instructions with it, so it's very easy to figure out. And it's totally free if you want to download it and play with your kids this week. I also made these creation cards, so what God made on each day. I have like pictures for each of the things, so sun, moon, and stars, atmosphere, and then I have cards with the numbers of the day that God created each thing. So you can play memory where you can put all the cards down and the kids can match the number with the thing God made on that day, or you could just lay the number cards out and the pictures and have the kids match them. Lots of things you can do with them. But these 2 games are free. So again, I will link below where you can download them. I hope you enjoy them if you play them with your family. And I will have games each week, so make sure you subscribe to my email down below if you want to get those each week. I will be writing blog posts of what my kids and I do at home each week to just expand on the memory work, and so I will post some crafts and things that we do so you can follow along with my blog if you want some ideas for that. The last thing that I am going to make an even bigger priority this year is reading books with my kids related to the memory work that we are learning. So I made a book list this summer of picture books that go with each subject of the memory work for all 24 weeks. So you can look at it if you want and try to find some of those books at your library, or even invest in buying some of them. Some of them I purchase because I know we'll just read them over and over again and I really like them, and some of them I just check out from our library. But I do that each week, so we have like some history books and geography and science or whatever I can find that relate to what we're learning. And then after we've done our morning time, we can go outside and read a little bit, or if it's cold, snuggle up on the couch and read a little bit. Or, you know, if my kids need just some play break after our morning time, then maybe we'll read some after lunch or later that morning. But that's something I did last year, but I want to make an even higher priority this year because obviously reading is so important. So check out my book list. I'll link it below in the description if you want some book ideas for this cycle. All right, so those are just some ways that we practice the memory work at home during the week after our community group time. I hope that's helpful. Let me know if you have any questions about anything. And check out this new resource that I have in my shop. I will link below where you can find it. And thanks so much for watching. If you are enjoying my videos, please subscribe. I will post at least one video per week relating to homeschooling, tutor ideas, and sometimes I post about healthy recipes we're making and things I'm learning health-wise because I'm really interested in that. And you can follow me on Instagram. I like to post what I do homeschool-wise with my kids throughout the week and healthy recipes we make. And check out my blog where I have my shop where you can find these and more. And then also I have a bunch of freebies on there as well. So thanks again for watching and have a great day.